All right, ladies and gentlemen, on table number 1, we have Greg Rushing and Renee Kutchera on the left side of your screen versus Ron Olson and Karla Woolverton on the right side of your screen, playing for 7th or 8th place in the losers bracket of Open Mix. Gee, who do you got?
Um,
Technical difficulties. There we go.
all right. I gotta think about this one. We got Ron Olson on the right here, master from Michigan, and who's his partner?
He is playing with Karla Woolverton out of Illinois.
Okay.
As mentioned before on the broadcast, G, you weren't here, but she is the only ever female World Goalie Wars champion.
Oh wow, that's awesome. You knew I'd appreciate that coming from the goal.
Yeah.
All right, so we got that team on the right, and then we got Greg Rushing, pro from Milwaukee, and Renee Kutchera from Sheboygan on the left. I think just after hearing the goalie war story, I think I'm gonna have to give the edge to the team on the right here. As a commentator, I can't take sides, but I think I'd have to give the edge to the team on the right.
Clay Toomey would say otherwise. He says you have to take a side. But
Okay.
this will be a good match here. Ron gets the scoring off.
Like a big pull side there.
Gets him off, yeah, with a good pull side there.
Little Michigan recoil it looked like after.
Nothing wrong with Michigan, G. Louis says, "Jeet you nit," as Greg strokes home the first snake shot for him in this match. Ron will go to that far wall brush series, as he always does, and advance it to his 3-bar and shoot his snake shot against Renee Kutchera.
Ron's got a nasty brush.
He does. Yeah, the way to beat Ron is by blocking him, which Renee is unable to do there as Ron hits the far deep push shot, and Greg attempts a 5-bar shot, which lands on his 3-row. He'll shoot against Karla
And Greg
execute.
Greg uses a lazier style, a lazy snake, so a little bit different than, the Tonys that are out there bobbing it around. Do you prefer the lazy snake, or?
I'm all over the place, G. I'm all over the place. As Ron
He is
all over that pull side, and he calls timeout.
Ron's grooving.
They're up 3-2 against Greg and Renee in the first game of this open mixed match for 7th place in the loser's side.
Good timeout here by the team on the left. Ron's definitely grooving, so gotta slow him down a little bit and trying to take the momentum.
And we got Ron yelling at
Trying to take the
window
momentum. Yeah, I
asking how
can't
he's
even
doing.
finish.
Ron, you're up 3-2. Ron's
Doing well,
at the window
buddy.
asking how he's doing. I just told him the score to make sure that he's fully aware of how he's doing, and so he knows that there is a benchmark to tell him exactly how he's doing.
And he's grooving right now, so anything the team on the left can do to slow him down is definitely in their best interest right now.
Something like a timeout.
Yeah. It was a good call on the timeout.
Yeah. All right. Greg will put the ball back into play here and look to even up the match as he advances it to his 3-bar.
Taking the timeout's one way. You can slow him down. Hustle a little bit more, maybe.
Not many other ways.
Hustle, I don't know. Something to slow him down.
Karla gets the block, and the sole female Goalie Wars world champion sets it up in the back and looks to clear it and score, and she does.
Is that to the far hole?
I couldn't tell, G, but there's a reason that she's got that championship under her belt.
No kidding. I was expecting a bank coming.
Me too. Ron will call the timeout. He wants to live in the moment for a little longer and appreciate that Karla shot, as he should.
Let it soak. 4-2 lead.
4-2 lead. Game number 1 of the open mixed losers bracket.
You said this was for 7th, 8th, correct?
This is for 7th, 8th. So Ron and Karla lost to the Kruger family, Teddy and Amanda.
Tough team.
Yep, and I'm looking at the brackets now, trying to figure out who Greg and Renee lost to, and that looks like the Balcoses. So Jacob and Maya sent them into the losers bracket.
Okay. Two family teams.
Two family teams.
It's hard to beat the household zone.
RJ, sitting on his couch at home, barely keeping his eyes open, says that Renee might have to pick up Ron up and flip on its head. Do you have any idea what that means, G?
Well, Renee would be the one to do it. She is a power lifter back in the day, or an ex-power lifter, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay. Spoken from the words of Garrett Hoffman and RJ.
G.
G. As we are in game number 2.
Team on the right there getting the first game.
And Greg sets it up to his favorite song and strokes it home on the push side.
Ooh, big left hook
big
by Ron
left
there to
hook
answer.
From the far
Didn't
side.
want any momentum going to the
Down the
left side
middle.
of the table.
And Greg with a great pass
Good
to
middle.
his middle man. Middle of the table, and he hits a pull side.
He's grooving a little bit now.
Greg's coming out swinging.
You have to.
He has to.
With
They
Ron,
need this game. I'm rooting for a game 3.
absolutely. More foosball. Oh,
Ron with his second make from the 5 bar, but he only has 1 attempt from the 5 bar.
he didn't mean that one, but you'll take him.
A point's a point, G. Point's a point. Game 2 underway here as it's 2-2. First game went to Ron Olson and Karla Woolverton. Ron out of Michigan and Karla out of Illinois.
The border battle here.
The border battle.
Greg takes that pass away.
Greg's been passing really well so far, and he continues to do so as he gets a bounce pass. And then gets blocked by Karla.
Yep, he waited a little longer on that one. The first two were quick rips and decided to take his time there, and Karla was all over it. See what she can do here from the back. Big push attempt.
Lands on Greg's 3, who shoots a push kick and is unable to convert. On table number 2 here, we have Jacob Balkos versus Mike Warowski. We will perhaps turn to that one later. Sorry if there's any feedback.
Yeah, no. We just got to get it close to the mic there. It's been working best, I think, for me when it's been upright a little more.
Sure. Mike and Jacob are playing to get in the top 3 of pro singles over
Okay.
there. 2 great players.
Mike's been playing really well today.
Mike's playing really well. He's sitting in the king seat of pro doubles with Mike Yor.
As a goalie, playing forward, too. That's impressive. As Ron's goalie, I should say, typically.
Yeah, he plays goalie for Ron and will be doing so this weekend in the open doubles match.
And that game looks like it's going to have some intensity to it.
Yeah, and we'll switch over there if we get the opportunity to, which it looks like we might get to, as Ron and Karla are up 4-2 over Greg and Renee in this losers bracket open mixed match for 7th, 8th on the loser side.
Do or die here for the team on the left.
Ron sets up his far wall brush series. Brushes it. Gee, is that called an up or a down when he
I'm not sure.
brushes it? Don't
But
matter.
that's
but
called game
Ron,
over. That's all I know.
That is called game over, and